Hello, I'm Dr. Sandra Heyman. I'm a licensed psychologist, I'm an author, I'm an international speaker, and I'm also America's #1 caregiving expert. I am the author of Baby Boomers, Sandwiched Between Retirement and Caregiving, and you may purchase this book at babyboomerssandwich.com. I'm here today to share with you a free gift, and that is something that's included in this book, and it's called the Elderly Red Flag Checklist. And this is 117 warning signs to help you determine if your loved one is safe living at home alone. I'm certainly not going to go over all 117 warning signs, but I will share with you that there are 10 categories of functioning that need to be assessed to determine if your loved one is safe living alone, and also the appropriate level of care if they are not safe living alone. The first area is a decrease in cognitive functioning, and that includes things like general confusion and not remembering to eat meals or whether they've eaten or not. The second area is a decrease in physical functioning. Perhaps they lack coordination. They have a decrease in hearing. They're not able to hear the doorbell. They're not able to hear the phone or really talk on the phone any longer. The third area is a decrease in general functioning. There are 18 red flags in that category. And that might be that they're misplacing things and accusing others of stealing them or taking them, and sometimes even accusing the person who loves them the most and who's taking care of them, and having anger outbursts. The fourth area is a decrease in social functioning. There are 6 red flags in that area, perhaps having conflict with neighbors or maybe withdrawing socially completely. The fifth area is a decrease in eating habits. Maybe they're eating food that's not fresh, they're hoarding food, or maybe even choking on food. The sixth area is a decrease in personal hygiene and cleanliness of their environment, and there are 14 red flags in that area. If they're not taking baths regularly, not shampooing their hair, not keeping their house as clean as they used to, those are all red flags. The seventh area is disorientation. If they don't know what time of day it is, they don't know what season of the year it is, or perhaps even what year it is, that's a pretty serious red flag there. The eighth area is a decrease in the ability to handle money. Excuse me. There again, maybe they're hiding money and accusing others of taking it. They're paying money to strangers for chores that haven't been done. They're signing blank checks and giving them to strangers. The last 2 areas, the 9th and 10th areas, are critical red flag areas. The first is that they are a physical danger to themselves or others. Someone needs to step in and make some decision here. So if anything in this area, and there are 9 red flags, if even one of those is checked, then somebody needs to make intervention. If they're choking on food, if they're leaving the gas on the stove with no flame, if they're forgetting that they have food cooking, and maybe they're still driving and they shouldn't be driving, those are all critical red flags. And the last area is alcohol-specific indicators. Many elderly people continue to drink, and they continue to take over-the-counter medications with their alcohol. They also continue to take prescription medications. There are 16 red flags in this category, and if even one of them is checked, someone needs to step in and make a decision, because this person is no longer safe living alone. You can download the Elderly Red Flag Checklist for free at thesacredjourneyofcaregiving.com. I certainly hope this will be a benefit to you and your family. Thank you.